Hi everybody, welcome to another career tutorial. I'm cripeman, and what we're going to do this time through is we're going to look at terrain shading. Now, when you first look at the shading on your terrain, it isn't very impressive. There's a lot of gray, there's splotches of other things around everywhere, and it doesn't look very impressive. But you can make it as impressive as you have the time to do. Um, let's go ahead and jump in here and check some things out. Let's jump into our terrain. And you notice that I have some different things loaded up as parameters. But the terrain properties are the world size is 100 feet by 100 feet. Wherever it's at, your terrain is going to assume that your world is 100 by 100. Okay. Um, so that being said, let's look at our shaders. Um, let's look at our land shader. You notice that well, that's not a good one. Oh, grass. It's a better one. Let's look at the altitude. The altitude on these things is really high, 13, 33, 33. That's a little bit much. Let's go ahead and since Carrera assumes that the world's 100 feet by 100 feet, let's do 100. And let's do 90. You notice how things have changed up? Well, not really all that much, did it? Let's do a maximum slope. Change that up. That'll show some stuff. There we go. Now you can do a whole bunch of different things to it. Um, you notice how when you change the size of your world, the size of your world, things just kind of turn out just a little bit different. Grass is cool. Uh, oh, there we go. Distribution, snow distribution. We do want some snow at the top, so that's at 9,800 feet. Let's go ahead and do 100 and see how the snow starts to come up there. We're not going to mess with anything else on this. This is actually kind of better, coming out better than what I thought it was going to. So, all right, now let's go ahead and take a look at some of these different parameters here. You got the global shader, which is your color. You have your land shader has a color, your grass shader has a color, and your snow shader has a color. Let's go into the global shader and let's look at what we can do. Now you have a whole lot of options here. You can use any one of them, but I like to do the multi-channel. Let's get rid of the highlights, and let's give it a different color. Let's go ahead and go color gradient, and you notice how it's already starting to change. Let's do our color gradient's going to be kind of grayish. I'm going to do some gray all around it, and that'll work. Now this isn't going to be perfect. The perfect stuff is going to come from what you're going to do. So I'm just going to kind of guide you through some of these different things here. Um, let's go ahead and do cellular for our driver. And the effects don't really become apparent. I mean, they're really tiny details in your mountain now. Let's check out what we got. See how there are little bitty bumps and that kind of stuff right there. Let's go ahead and tweak this a little bit. Let's go into our cellular. You can bring your scale up all you want to, and it's still going to have tiny little details here. Let's go ahead and do a transform, enable transform. Let's crank these up. See what 5 looks like. Yeah, 5 isn't going to work. Let's do 50. And you can kind of see now, after transforming your shader a little bit, you have a lot more bumps. Now on this one, let's copy this, paste this in the bump, and now you have a bumpy, rocky looking mountain. But what's really cool is the bumps only happen in the area that's not covered by everything else. Now you can also tweak these guys around too. And we're going to do this is going to be the last part of it. Um, let's go into our shader. Let's do the same thing we did with this one. Let's do a multi-channel, and let's do a color gradient. We're going to make this green since it's grass. And let's make that green too. Bring it all the way down to make it dark green. And the driver for this one, oh, the driver for this one is going to be natural, cellular again. Only this time we're going to transform it on the z-axis by 5. See what that looks like. And you can kind of see that there's some bumpiness going on in there too. And you can add the bump. You can do the same thing for your land. You can do the same thing for your snow. Um, your terrain options aren't limited to what you have loaded up when you load up your scene. Let's go ahead and jump over here real quick. Let's do the top one. Let's do amplitude. This is going to crank your effect farther around your mountain. And it'll follow terrain, and you can get some really kind of trippy effects where it looks like it's melting into itself and all that kind of stuff. But and if you can use that effect on a mountain, do that. But anyway, that's pretty much it on your terrain shaders. That's it for this time. I'm cripeman, and I'll talk to you again later. Bye.